Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today I'm playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is something that you guys literally just asked for. You guys wanted an Argonaut hunt, so here we are. I'm at New Switzerland, and there used to be some very high level Argonauts here. I'm not seeing them anymore, but hopefully if we just keep pushing through, we can eventually find some of these like higher level mobs. So that's sort of what I'm looking for. I'm just going to try and run out here and see what we can't find. These level 5s I'm going to go through pretty fast, you'll see. Like this is going to be no problem at all. These guys are way too easy for me. So ideally, I know where there's a lot of like low level Argonauts, but there used to be a really good spawn sort of west of New Switzerland. This was about a year or two ago now. So I'm hoping that it's still going to be there. Otherwise, I don't know. We're probably going to have just a very short hunt because I don't want to be killing these youngs, because what you're going to find is that I'm just going to be doing too much damage to them. So I'm going to be killing them pretty fast with this gun. And it's a little bit like it feels like it's a little bit overkill, right? Which is not what you want. You want to be doing just enough damage. Plus, I feel like there's... maybe we are going to do this, because that's a 10 PD loot right there. That's actually pretty damn good. Yeah, let's just keep doing it here. I mean, if these guys are going to be producing, why not, right? Easy kills. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, Argonauts are basically like pretty good starter level mob. Like they're pretty easy to kill. You can see I'm just sort of whipping through them here with this LR20, but you can come out here with an LR15, probably even an LR10 if you've got decent ammo, and get some pretty decent kills on these guys. So it's one of those mobs I'd recommend if you're new. And you can see right here the loot on these things actually is a lot better than I thought. And I also believe that I've got an Argonaut level 2 mission that I've got to complete too. So I've got to kill about 500 of these guys. So yeah, I guess youngs are the way to go, right? If you're looking for if you're looking for kill points, right? Those Codex missions, it doesn't matter. If you kill bigger mobs, you're gonna get credit for killing bigger mobs. But if you're killing for like the daily missions, or not the daily missions, well, I guess maybe daily missions, or for this like kill 500 Argonauts, the hunting challenge that's left over from before, from the old mission system, this actually isn't a bad area to come. Now, one of the problems I've got is, since it is a land area, I'm going to be taxed a little bit higher. So if you look, the taxes here are 4.9%. Now that's actually a massive tax. Given the spawn and everything like that, that is a massive tax. That said, if you look at the loot that I'm getting, it's worth it in this case, right? Surprisingly. 99.9% of the time, I'd say that tax is just way too high, and there's no way I could like make it work. But given the loot, given the fact that I've gotten that chip already, I can't complain. Usually I would be complaining, but that was what was it? This one, right? Yeah, the regeneration chip. That's a pretty decent loot. Let's check out the markup on this, because I know some of you guys like it when I do that. If this markup holds, if this is really 781%, that's huge. 781%. That's almost a global right there. That's almost what you'd be calling a silent global. And a silent global is when you get such a big markup on an item, or you get such a big loot plus markup, that in reality, even though there's no globals, there's no swirlies or anything like that, you actually did get a global because the loot value is just that high. And this, right, like 700%, if that is what it sells for, and based on like the history here, it looks like it is. We're looking at probably at least like 30 something PEDs, plus we got another like 4 or 5 PEDs. So that was about a 40 PD loot that we got right there. It's a profitable hunt right here, and I started off by saying this isn't the right combo, this isn't the right way to do it, but honestly, maybe this works. Maybe this could work, right? Maybe this is what you should be doing. Maybe you guys should be coming out here hunting youngs, hoping to get those chips, and maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Like, is this? I don't know. Everybody like jumped on it. There was a comment that someone's like, "Oh yeah, if you could do some Argonauts, if you could kill some of those, that would be pretty cool." And I'm like, "Ah, yeah, maybe we can make that happen." And then a few more people were just like, "Oh yeah, you really should do it." And I'm just, all right. Like if a couple people are telling me to do it, I might as well. And yeah, I'm definitely not disappointed here. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So let's head over here and see if we can't get away from that guy right there. There we go. We're good. All right, we're gonna have to run towards this guy because we're gonna kill him before we even get to him. All right, got him. Let's get this guy. He's attacking me now. That was a little bit of a flaw right there too. I didn't want to jump in there so fast, but I wanted to like run at the guy so it doesn't take as long to loot. I'm just trying to like power through this, right? So I've got like 10 minutes, 12 minutes to record or something like crazy like that. So I'm just like, let's pump out a quick video because I'm not going to be able to do a video this weekend. And literally right now, like the videos you see are coming out as I make them. So I'm a little behind. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little behind. Ooh, here we go. We've got an adult, a level 7 here. So that's a higher level mob. So we got a few higher level mobs here. Maybe I just didn't head west enough. But that's sort of what I was looking for. It's still a little too low level for me. I'd like to see like level 16 to level 20 Argonauts. But I can deal with this. These are great mobs too. If you're sort of if you're a new player but you're not super new, these are sort of some cool mobs to hunt because you're going to be able to get some interesting items, and it's still like pretty low level. Back in the day, these things used to loot a ton of iron ore. So if you were a miner and you had, let's say you've got like 30 PDs of iron or something, and you want 50 PDs to sell like a nice stack on auction, just come out, hunt some of these guys. You're going to get enough iron that you can sell it, and maybe 50 to 100 PDs worth of ammo, which isn't too bad, all things considered, right? You get some hunting skills, you get some stuff with some high markup, because back then iron actually sold for a pretty good markup, and it wasn't a bad deal. It looks like the loot slowed down a little bit here, but honestly, that one loot that I hit right there, that made it, right? Like that was the big thing. And for the best of my knowledge, I don't think Argonauts are the mobs that you like come out to hunt and figure you're gonna global and that's gonna make it happen, but if it happens, it happens, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And if you get the silent global, that's even better, because I still believe, and I don't know, but my honest to goodness belief is that markup doesn't quite count towards the loot pool. So if you loot, like if you loot a 7 PD item that's actually worth 1,000 PEDs, that's not really going to detract as much from your future loot as it would if you looted 1,000 PEDs in a shrapnel. That's my belief. I have no idea if that actually holds true or not, but like that's always a theory that I've had, and I've heard a lot of other players have something similar to that. And that's why everybody's always like, look, on TT, you're never going to make a profit, right? MindArc is running, they're a company, right? They're not running Entropia Universe as a charity, despite what, a bunch of 15-year-olds out there are calling for. That's never going to happen, right? You cannot run games as charities. Even a game like Fortnite that's like supposedly free, like no, they're selling skins and all of that. And if they weren't able to do that, the game would not be free to play. The game would be, you pay 20, 30 bucks to play, and then maybe you can earn your skins, right? That's how it used to work with games. And honestly, I sort of like that better. I like it when there's these skins that you can earn. And Fortnite does have some of those, so it's okay. I'm not going to bash on Fortnite. I actually think it's a pretty decent game. I'm just complete shit at it. I'm one of those people. I'm willing to admit when I'm horrible at a game, and that's why I don't play it. So it's not that I don't play Fortnite because the game sucks. I don't play Fortnite because I suck. Anyways, let's kill some of these guys and get back on track. So yeah, basically, since MindArc is running a company, they've got to make money, right? Like that's what companies do. Companies make money. And to make money, they've got to give you a little bit less than what you spend. And from what I've read everywhere, like Decay, that's sort of where MindArc makes all their money. That's where they make all the profit. Obviously, selling planets and stuff like that helps. But from what I've read, Decay is where they make the money. And you're never going to get with Decay, with ammo and all of that, you're never going to get your TT value back, okay? Like, whatever you spend TT value, you're never going to get that back over the long run. But with markup, if you can play the markup right, then you actually can start making money. Now, there are weapons that supposedly like print money, and those are usually a lot of these one-off weapons. There's certain players that a lot of you guys probably know, Messi would be one of them, that have these like one-off weapons that in theory like can print money, which means just their efficiency is so high that you pretty much go out and hunt with those and you're going to make money as long as you hunt a decent mob and you know what you're doing. But those are very hard to find, and those guns, those mobs, that stuff, that is going for a huge markup. There's no mob out there that you can take any gun to and make a profit, right? But there are certain mobs that you can take the right gun to and make a profit, and those guns are always like super high markup. So if you're thinking like, hey, I'm gonna buy the best gun and it's gonna work for me, you could do that maybe, but you're gonna need to be prepared to spend like some crazy amount, right? We're talking like 10, 12, 13, maybe 20, 50,000 USD, not PED, USD. And that's the crazy thing about Entropia Universe, right? Like, to get to that level, you need to spend so much. Now, if you're like me, if you're a normal player who can't really afford to spend a ridiculous amount of money, your best way of doing it, your best way of chasing profit is to chase markup. Make profit off of other players rather than Mindark. You're never going to win against Mindark, right? Like, Mindark needs to take something out of the loot pool so they can pay for servers, upkeep, all of that, right? And you wouldn't want them not to be taking anything, because that would be, if they tell you that they're not taking any money from you, then they're lying. And you don't want a company that does that. You want a company that's sort of truthful about everything, right? Like, hey, some of the money does come out of repairs. Now, they can't tell you how much. They can't tell you all that stuff, because actually, I think they do. I think they say all the repair cost goes towards Mindark. But, like, there's a lot of stuff they can't tell you about the loot pool, because if you know exactly how it works, maybe you could play it. But yeah, if you learn how to play the markup, I truly do believe that you can actually make the game work for you. Again, the big thing there is you need a pretty large bankroll to make it happen, and you need to be very smart about how you're playing. You can't just play like when it suits you. You've got to play when the time's right. You've got to play when the markup's high. You've got to play at this time and that time. And honestly, in my case, I say it's just too much, right? It's too much for me. I've got my deeds, and you know, I live off of that, right? Like, if you want to replicate my play style, all you need to do is basically deposit $5 a week, and you can do that. And honestly, you could probably do it off of $10 a month, or even $5 a month. You could do it. So, like, my play style isn't anything crazy, and it's, you know, it is what it is. What you see in this video, this is, you know, we're doing 50 PD hunts, and we're not losing that much. So that's why it's sustainable, and that's, you know, that's the way I play. My thing is basically like, hey, I'm gonna play sustainably. I'm not gonna go crazy. You're not gonna see a huge amount or anything like too crazy out of me. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna play my game, right? I'm gonna make it work for me, and I don't know. So far it's worked. So far I'm happy with it. You know, I'm not chasing markup or doing anything like that. When I play the game, I'm not logging in thinking, despite what a lot of people say, just because the videos are titled like 50 PED whatever or something like that, that doesn't mean that every time, like when I go to play normally, I just have a stack of universal ammo that I'm going through. That's how I normally play, for those of you guys who are wondering, right? Like, when I'm not recording, I don't sit down and say I'm spending 100 PDs, let's see how much I can make. What I do is I sit down and I say, all right, like today we're just going to go hunting for 10, 20, 30 minutes. Here's my stack of universal ammo. Let's go out and make it happen. That's my approach to it. That literally is my approach to it. And if you're playing with that style, you're not concerned with like making money. You're just concerned with sort of evening everything out and seeing what sort of cool items you can loot. That's what I play for, right? Like, when I make a video like this, of course, I've got to talk about profit. I've got to talk about markup, all that stuff, because that's interesting. That's something to talk about. If we sit here and we just wait until I loot something interesting, we're going to be talking about that regeneration chip for the next 10 videos. That's just how it works, right? And I have noticed a little bit of an increase in the items that I'm looting. So I'm not sure if that's because of the mobs or if something's changed with the game or the loot pool or anything like that, but that is, I don't know, what do you guys think? Are you guys getting some interesting items now, or is this just like, have I been lucky, right? Because that's the thing too, I might just be getting lucky. It's hard to tell. All right, so we're not, all right, I don't know why I did that. We actually don't even need to go back. I keep forgetting I've got this handy little thing. Thank you again, Bayrock. That was a great suggestion. Let's use this TT. Put it right over here. And by the way, you can like unequip the TT, shoot your gun supposedly, and you'll still be able to have this over here. If you're interested in just playing TTing things right when you get them, wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. So yeah, right off the bat, here's where we sit. We've got about 50, what do we have? Let's use a handy dandy calculator. So let's say first we've got that 6.4, 6.2 PED regeneration chip. Let's pull that out here. So this is my restoration chip. Assuming I can get this valuation for it, which it looks like I probably could get it, like it looks fairly reasonable, because when we're looking at this, you can see for the decade 850%, that's what they're selling for. Not a ton of them have sold, but if I can get a sale, it looks like that's sort of what I'm gonna get. So let's just assume that I can get 700% for it, right? So it's basically 6.13 times 7. So that's going to be 42 PDs right off the bat. We're going to get another 21.4 out of this. And then when we include our ammo that we had to convert, we're sitting at 93 PEDs. Okay, so that's pretty solid, I think. 93 PEDs of loot, not too bad out of a 50 PED hunt. That means we're sitting with 43 PEDs of profit. Now, of course, we've got to take into account the fact that I've got an amplifier here. So we're going to subtract that decay, which is about 10 PEDs. And we're going to subtract another like 4 PEDs, let's just say, for armor decay, and that's very aggressive for decay. I know I didn't take that much decay. I probably took more like 2 PEDs of decay. But yeah, overall, we made about 29 PEDs on this Argonaut hunt. We got some cool items to talk about. And as you can see right there, TT was not what saved me. It was markup. And that is the perfect scenario. That's exactly what you want to happen. So I've got to say, this overall was a very good run. Those of you guys who suggested I do Argonauts, thank you so much. I'm going to be getting back to see if I can get to 500 kills, but we're not going to be recording all of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Sorry I haven't been putting out a ton of videos lately, but I've just been super swamped with work and life and everything like that. But hopefully I'm going to be able to keep up doing like a couple videos here and there every week. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.